Well, hello there, everyone. This is Captain Jimmy with Captain Jimmy's Knife Sharpening here in Jones Creek, Texas. Here for another day of knife sharpening, and I'm going to give you a little insight of what I do. I have different ways that I sharpen. I do it on machines, I do them by hand, I do them on wet rocks, whatever it takes for that particular knife or whatever to get it done. And so today I'm going to give you a little treat here on something I can do with them. I want to kind of show this to you. This is a knife that I bought. I bought several of them. I use these to practice with. You know, if you're gonna be good at something, you got to practice. And so I want to kind of show you about these. If you can see it right here where they came from, I don't know if it'll show on there. And it looks there, and if you look, it says Wal-Mart. This knife right here, it's a stainless steel blade, and it cost a whopping $2.95. They have these and paring knives and one in between there. But the steel is actually a pretty hard steel, here, and it makes it challenging to sharpen sometime. But they're good for me to practice on and cheap, and I don't have to go to so many garage sales to pick these kind of things up to practice with. So I want to show you what I can do with this. And I'm going to take a $2.95 knife, and I'm going to change it into a razor blade, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. All right, so just watch with us. Okay, I kind of zoomed in where you could see stuff, but what I'm going to do is this is a thing right here called a Sharpen Spark. It's from sharpensbest.com. If you ever go on YouTube, type in Sharpens Best or World's Best Knife Sharpener, whatever, how they advertise it, you'll see something similar to this, and there'll be an old man that goes to gun shows and knife shows and uses these to sharpen all kind of knives. Are they compared to this? No, in my opinion, no. But far as going hunting to the deer camp or something, this is a neat little deal. Now I'll show you how to do it sometime. But it will put a temporary sharp edge on something. But what I'm going to do is it has a tungsten carbide tip on it right here, which means it's stronger than steel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to run along this edge right here. All right. And what I'm doing is I'm squaring off this knife edge. All right. Squaring off this knife edge to where it won't cut anything. I'm sure it will if you put pressure on it. But like paper or whatever that I use to test with to find out the burrs, the sharpness, you see it doesn't. It's not one to cut this at all. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here to my 130. That means it's 1 inch wide, 30-inch belt, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna start here with a sequence of belts. This is I think like a 120, and then I'm gonna go to a higher grit one, and then I will go to a felt. Right here, a felt, and then I will end up on a strop right here, and see how sharp I can get this clipper. All right, so here we go. I'm sharpening it. This is about a 16-degree angle. It came with about a 25. All right, but I'm gonna put a 16-degree angle on it, and I'll try to do it where y'all can see it. All right. All right. First belt is the roughest belt. It is the one that takes away the most metal. Like I said, this knife came with, my guess, I didn't check it, but my guess is about a 25-degree angle, which is real steep. And it'd be like for an axe or something. And what I'm doing is I'm changing it. If I take a little bit, I'm changing it to a 16-degree bevel. All right, which is real steep. Probably not the best one to have on this knife because I'm sure the blade being $2.95 is not the best blade in the world by a billion%. But it is fun to sharpen on them because they are hard to sharpen. At least I think they are. And what I'm doing is I'm going along here and I'm trying to get an apex on this blade. It means the angle is like this, and when I finally reach the apex, a burr will form. It will push it to one side, and that's the way I know my bevel's getting there. I've got a burr I've got a burr on it all the way down here, and it stops right there. The burr stops, so I still need to do some work up here. I don't necessarily have to go one side to the other, but I'm doing it just to show here. I really need a bucket of water right here next to me. I think I might go get one. All right, I went and got my water. Don't want to get it too hot. All right, I just about got it done. All right. Like I said, this is the hardest part. It's the first belt. I can actually see the burr. This doesn't have a burr right here, but I can see the burr as I'm going down here, going off each side. Going off. One of these days I'll get an angle where y'all can see it from my angle of what I'm looking at. It's not just pulling it across and hoping it's right. There is as they say, a system to the madness. Alright. Almost. Just barely, a little bit more there at the end. Alright, got that side. That one went all the way down. Maybe one more. One more little one here on the end. It's such a steep angle for this cheap of a steel. I haven't done them with more than that. I'm really curious. Having a tough time down here at the tip. Alright, I got it. Thank goodness. Alright, we'll take that off. That was the hard part. We'll take this belt off. Alright, and then we'll put this one on. And this one there, all the shaping and the hard part was done with the other one. But all this is going to do is take the deep scratches. You can see it's got a pretty big, hope you can see it, maybe in the sunlight, you can see the scratches on it. Alright, that's from the heavy gauge of that other one. Alright, I mean I could polish it to where I'd have the burr off of that, and that'd be good. But anyway, I'm gonna take it down a little bit further. Alright, burr's coming this way, so I'm doing the back side first, looping it. Doesn't take long. I don't know if you can see the difference on this or not. I'll turn it off where you can see, or here. This one I just did, it still got teeth grind marks on it, but it's smooth. Can you see it? Whereas the old one, from the heavy one, it's still got the big grind teeth on it. I'm gonna take that part off. Like I said a couple times, like I said, the hard part was the first belt. That developed the angle that I wanted. Same thing, so make sure the burr all the way down there is. Alright. So there's that one. And there's that one. All right, so now I'll take this belt off. And I might have to have my pliers to readjust this. I normally do it on a different machine, but I'm trying to do it all on one today. Kind of move that back a little bit. I'm going to put this felt belt on here. A little bit tight. I still need to take it a little bit looser. There we go. Maybe that'll work. There we go. I'll put this on. Alright, get my strength going there. Gotta adjust this one a little bit. Alright, now it's coming this way, and I sure wouldn't want to put this on here with it coming this way to grab it. So what I need to do is I need to take this belt and make it go the other way. Well, luckily this little thing that I have allows me to change that. Just recently discovered that it can be done. Alright, so now you see it's going the other direction. Right. Get it lined up here right. Alright, now what I'm going to do is it has a burr, and the burr is over this way. That's like I've said in my other videos, if I take my finger and go this way, I go, oh, that's not very sharp. Right? But if I go this way, oh, I said, dang, that's a razor blade. That's because the burr is over this way, and that's what I'm grabbing. And the reason it's not that way, it's smooth on this side, kind of like going this way compared to the other, right? So different ways to take it off, all right? The first one is this is like an eraser. You use clean sandpaper. I can take this and drag it across here a few times. That helps on getting some of it off. Another thing to do is just get a piece of pine and put it like your grains running this way. Just take it like this and just run it down the grains a little bit. All right, and that'll take a lot of it out. It won't take it all off. Take a lot of it out. Then you hit it on this. Very little pressure. Very little. Still got a burr on it. It's going to have on this soft metal. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get it off. Let me hit my wood again. You can run it across your fingernail, not slice it, just run across it. You can tell if there's any highs or lows, and it's got a few. All right. I don't want to polish off my my teeth. So I'm gonna take now, and I'm gonna take on my strop right here. I have a rough side and a smooth side. I'm gonna take my rough side. Now I gotta set this down a little bit. Get this to come out a little bit. I need to set it down where I can have something on the back. Give it just a hair pressure. And we'll pull this, and all I'm doing is it's helping me get that burr off of there. All right, the sharpness is already done. That's with all the belts and stuff. But this is the burr. Once you get the burr off, just like getting a piece of wire going back and forth like this, it'll eventually break off. There's the rough side. See if I got any still on there. Run across my finger one more time. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna go across here one more time. Now I'm gonna go to the smooth side, same thing. Not a whole lot of pressure. You have to be, stropping is an art form. You can sharpen a knife and do a stropping, and that sucker's dull. So let's see what happens here. All right, feels good to me. Sticky sharp. If I got anything, I might have one little thing in there. One little part of a burr left. Like I said, I'm not putting much pressure on it. Maybe a pound. All All right, microfiber, see if it grabs anything. Not grabbing anything. All right, so now we get down to the pressure test. 16 degrees. There we go. That's sharp as can be. See if it's all the way, see if I have any burrs on it. Putting all the way down. Nothing's grabbing. And that's it. All right. $2.95 Walmart knife. Cutting like butter. Just think what I can do with a good knife. If you want your knife sharp like this, give us a call. Jimmy's Knife Sharpening, 979-235-9189. And God bless you.